Hey guys, so today I'm not doing like the big ass intro I normally do because this video is more of a serious video. No, it's not an apology video. As you can see by stop laughing. As you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we had an unbelievable encounter.
Yes, we did.
We cannot figure out what it really is. As you tell by the thumbnail, you can see what we think it is. We are not sure. We have no physical proof. That's why I'm saying this is an unbelievable encounter. We don't have physical proof. We couldn't get any photos, any video footage of anything. I did not have a camera. I had nothing with me in this encounter.
We had nothing but maybe
We had a bit of an EMF reader, that's it.
EMF reader, but we can't really show proof. But
we don't have it.
Maybe
Let's get to the story here. What actually happened? So it was what 2 a.m.
About 2 a.m.
and no, get down.
and there's a dog in the background.
It was around 2 a.m. and we was playing with a spirit box, and there was an unfortunate incident I want to go back to beforehand. About a week previous, somebody's I don't want to say it, but so somebody passed away in a property nearby.
Somebody passed away.
And we seen obviously the paramedics and the ambulance team take them away, and so we was playing with a spirit box, and it kept saying number 7, go find her. Us being the curious little chaps that we are, decided to go out and look for what this number 7 meant. So we looked, we figured out what the number 7 was. It was the property number. And we decided to go play with the EMF reader near a woods/field area,
Yeah.
not far from where I live. And I had just my torch. Goat just had the EMF reader. And, well, what we saw was petrifying, to say the least.
Something I've never seen before.
Something I don't think many people have seen before.
And I'm saying I wouldn't like to see it again. But
I wouldn't like to see it again. We got up to the woods /field area. We'll call it more of a field because the place we spotted it in was a field. So I was shining my torch around. Goat was playing with the EMF reader. It started to ping a little bit, not too high, around 20-30.
yeah.
And I shone my torch into the field, and I see something. It was around at least 6'11", just in between 6'11" and 7 foot tall. It was light grey with white shining eyes. And get down. Don't, you're not going in the curtain. With bright shining white eyes. And I watched it go from standing into an all-4 position, and its back, instead of how like a dog's back, like sometimes you can get them to arch a little bit like that, like a Alsatian, but this, it bowed inwards, so it went like that and bowed in, and it just stood there and it looked at us. I shone my torch back at Goat and asked him, did you see that? You seen it?
Yeah, I said I've seen it, and then obviously, curious people we are, we walked towards where it were.
You was telling me not to.
I told him not to. He wanted to do his own thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to follow you because I'm not going to leave him.
And we walked towards it, and this is no word of a lie. I heard a voice in my head, not my voice, not nobody's voice I've ever heard before, say, go, turn back, don't go towards it. And I took one more step, and something, we don't know what, we just heard the branches snap and like the whoosh of something jumping towards us. We start gunning it back. Now we get to where the houses are, and you know, we start slowing down, trying to catch our breath, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. And we start taking a walk back, and we feel like we're being watched the entire walk back. And we get cross the road, get back to my street, and behind us is like a little like grassy area, and goat hears rustling in it. I didn't hear it. I was too busy panicking, fearing for my fucking life, just panicking, and then we both hear branches snap. I turn, shine the torch, we see something, we don't know if it was the same thing, could have been a fox, but we hear branches snap. In our panic, we run back in the flat, just panicking. I drop my vape. I tell my fiance what happened.
And then we locked the door.
Oh yeah, we locked the door.
We locked the door, obviously explained to his fiance what happens. Should have left it at that.
Yeah, should have. Keywords should have. I even rang. Now my grandmother believes in all the paranormal, everything like that. So does most of my family. We all believe in it. But the only person awake at 2 a.m. would have been my nan. So you know, my nan being the fucking goat. You know,
I'm a goat.
My nan's a goat. Don't you fucking dish my nan.
She is a goat. Yeah, subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
Goat. Join a goat.
But yeah, I talked to my nan, tell her what happened. She said, do not in any circumstances go back out.
Did we listen?
Did we shit?
Yeah.
We went back out because I had a gut feeling. I was like, I need to see that again. I need to know I wasn't hallucinating or just something, my mind playing tricks on me. Now, we go back out. This time, I take a walking stick with me, a cane. This walking stick with me, I got my coat on. He says I look like a granddad. But you know, we went back out and we get to the same place and we feel eyes on us. And we look all around, nothing. I point my torch in almost the exact same position. And there was something there. Now, this was not the same thing. Similar looking, with the grey skin, really tall, really thin. But this has blood red eyes just shining back at us. Now, this is where the shit starts to get a little scary. Probably should have said that at the beginning, trigger warning. But this is where things start to get scary. Because I was on the phone this time on a video call. I know I should have probably recorded this, but my fiance wanted to make sure I was safe, so priority was keeping us safe, not getting footage. Priority was keeping us safe. And honestly, thank fuck that we did that, because otherwise I don't think we'd have been coming back last night. So, cut it, get to it, I know. Right, so... Right, get to it, I know. Right, so what happened next? I'm just reliving it in my head and it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're feeling the same right now, but I'm sweating, I'm getting all anxious again. Now, I see Goat now. I've known this guy 13 years?
Yeah.
Got to be coming up to around 13 years now. And the way he walks, the way his posture is, I know it like the back of my hand. And I literally witnessed, it did not look like Goat. It did not look like the person I've been friends with for all these years. It looked like a stranger. He literally stood up perfectly straight, arms by his side, and his walk and everything just changed. Just started walking straight towards it as if he was being drawn to it. Now, what did you hear at that point?
I heard, I heard a kid laughing, like they were having fun. All of a sudden, a kid started crying, and obviously I don't like kids being in danger or anything like that. Obviously I've got a son of my own, so I'd protect him for the world. So
it drew you in, it like enticed you into it, and it just didn't look like you. I mean, I was on the phone, so I had the phone like video call towards me, and I just saw you change out the corner of my eye, just walk towards it. Now, as I said, I had my walking cane with me. I'll go get it for the video to show you. Right, so this is the cane / walking stick that I had with me. And what I did with it seems a bit violent and excessive, but I literally just got the stick in my hands like that and literally just a whack to the chest, like I'm obviously a little bit harder in the moment, adrenaline and all that shit. So, put myself on the throat. So I then whack Goat in the chest with a stick, trying to snap him out of it. I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "You good? Are you good?" He didn't come back straight away. I had to like physically grab him, and he sort of snapped back out of it, and I just watched you just appear back as yourself. Now what happened to me, I'm running out of breath just stressing.
Yeah.
What happened to me was I did a similar thing, but I didn't hear a kid crying. I heard a dog just start whimpering and like screaming out in pain, whimpering. And I love my animals. Same as you love your kid, I love my animals the same. And honestly, I wouldn't imagine anything happening to my dog without something happening to me stopping it. Now, I did the same thing. My partner even said my eyes just like glossed over, looked like just what's the word she said? Not stained glass. The other word is it stained? Not stained glass. They just glazed over and went really dull. Like your window glass sort of thing.
Yeah.
Your bathroom window glass sort of thing. Like they went all glazed over and dull. And I just started walking towards it. And what snapped me back out of it was my fiance on the phone saying, "I think there's someone in the house. Like I see someone stood in the hallway." And my dog was in her cage at the time, because when I go out I like to leave the dog in the cage so my partner doesn't have to wrestle with the dog when we get back. So the dog was going nuts in the cage. I mean nuts. I could hear her on the phone barking, screaming, trying to smash the cage door open. And that's when panic set into me. You'd gone again. You started walking towards it again. So I'd literally say, "Look, Beth needs us. We need to get home. We need to get back." And we literally just snapped and literally went sprinting back home. And I heard that voice in my head again say, "You need to get back."
Protest, man.
And it's
Fucking, I don't know what I seen that night. I'm not asking anyone to believe me, because
we're not saying this to ask for like
I'm not asking
views and
I'm
ask
not
you to
asking for
believe us.
views, I'm not asking for anyone to believe me. You don't have to believe us. We're just telling you what we experienced from that night.
Yes, it's our experience. There's no bullshit. It's not dramatics. It's not scripted. This is literally our experience. Now, something I forgot to mention was the first time we went when you was using that EMF reader.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it didn't ping when we got close to whatever the hell that was. The skinwalker, the alien, whatever it was, did not set that EMF reader off. It was when the voice that I heard in my head saying, "Get home, turn away, you've got to go back." When I heard that, the EMF reader pinged over 90. Literally all lit up, started going nuts. You could hear it beeping, you could hear everything. It just pinged. And the second time when we didn't take the EMF reader, we didn't use anything. It was just a video call, and we went out with the torch to look for it. And if we didn't snap out of it, I don't think we'd be here to make this video. It's just, and when we got back, obviously, yeah, we sprinted back. I mean, I'm a fat guy, I don't run for shit. But as soon as I thought my fiance was in trouble, we literally ran. Like, this guy's faster than me, but somehow with adrenaline and the fear, I literally flew back. I literally left the fucking floor at one point. The floor dipped down on the path on the way back. I flew straight over it. But we got back, burst in the door, came back, locked the door, and the entire rest of the night, I mean, we came in, we didn't see, there was nobody broke into the flat, but whatever it was disappeared as soon as we got back in. And my dog was still going nuts. We let her out, she had a sniff around, she barked in the hallway a few times. We didn't see anyone. But literally we sat back down. I didn't sit down. Goat sat down. I was pacing up and down. I mean, you guys know I'm into my knives and my rifles and my guns and shit. I grabbed my pistol. I got sat down. I was panicking. I thought there was something was coming after us. I literally shut the windows, closed the curtains, sat down. I did not settle. I don't scare easily. Like, I know you guys see me play, like, horror games and shit. I jump and shit. I don't scare easily in real life scenarios. Like, literally somebody could jump out at me. Whatever. Get a smack in the mouth. But I don't get scared in, like, I mean, I've had motorcycle accidents. I've slid off my bike at 50 mile an hour. Didn't fear for my life that much. I thought, oh shit, here we go, I'm dead. In this scenario, I got petrified beyond words. I'm struggling to find the words now to explain it. I literally was just fearful all night. Did not go to sleep until like 10 a.m. I finally fell asleep, and even then, I kept waking up the moment my cat jumped off or something. It literally woke me up. I mean, we've not slept properly since. I mean, it's currently now 8 a.m. the next morning. No, not even the next morning. It's the day after, and we've not slept. Because we're still on edge about whatever it was. Never have I ever seen anything like that. I've seen some weird shit in my life. But never anything like that.
Not really slow. You can see the bags like still underneath my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see. I've got black eyes, lack of sleep. But yeah, like we said earlier, we're not expecting anyone to believe us. Maybe somebody could drop an explanation on what we've seen. Like, if somebody else has seen a similar thing at some point, just let us know what it was. But we're not asking you to believe everything we say. It sounds unbelievable to hear it back. But it's what we've seen.
This is just mine and Coyote's experience of what we've encountered, and
we just want to document it.
Just wanting to put it on the channel so we can look back and know what we've seen, and then maybe we'll get a video next time of maybe something worse or whatever.
But we know now we need to take a camera or something with us.
We need a camera. We're gonna do it properly.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just go over a quick description of what we've seen both times. So the first time, he's still laughing at the farts.
Yeah.
So the first time it was, like I said, it was the same height both times.
It were, yeah.
But the first time it was just going from a standing to all four position. The bright white glowing eyes. And the second time it was the same shape, but it was already on all fours. And it had red glowing. It was sort of crouched. I don't think it was quite on all fours. I think it was sort of crouched like that.
Yeah.
Like some sort of gargoyle.
It looked like a gorilla stance, but thin arms.
Really like stick thin arms. And same with the legs. They were like stick thin, but a bit longer than the arms. And it was like primate sort of thing, but all thin and grey. And the first one with the bright, they looked like headlights almost, how bright and white they were to look at. And the second time there was like blood red, like literally this box. Let me rip a piece of this box here. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Just say not sponsored, but bright red. Like this piece of cardboard. Obviously not sponsored. You can't tell what it is from that. It's just a piece of red cardboard. But literally bright red eyes. It was just horrifying. And there was obviously bald head on both of them.
Yeah.
It looked like they didn't have any ears or anything. Just
I couldn't see no ears. It was like a bald cap. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but
just pure skinhead.
Pure skinhead. And white eyes.
Couldn't really tell you the teeth because its mouth was shut the entire time. Didn't really look like it had a mouth. until it lunged at us. I mean, it heard a lunge, and because we were just turning our backs as we heard it. But we literally ran. I mean, to look at it, it could easily outrun us, but why didn't it? That's something I can't get my head around. Why didn't it catch us? It was probably toying with us. That's something I can't explain.
I don't know.
I mean, we've done research, we've looked at like what people say they've seen as skinwalkers, and to me it looks exactly like that.
It did.
It looked exactly like a skinwalker, and I'm not saying, oh look, we've seen a skinwalker, you must believe us. But, I don't know, it's just unbelievable to even say out loud what we see.
It's unbelievable hearing it back.
Yeah,
like
just,
even though I know I've seen it.
yeah, that's how I feel, exactly the same.
Like me saying it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound believable, but
It is.
I know that I've seen it, and I know if I was just someone else watching this video, I'd be like, oh, it don't sound believable.
No, it's all they'll probably be like, oh, they're bullshitting. It's a story they've read online, but no, this happened. It happened to us in the flesh. And afterwards, we didn't talk about afterwards. What happened to me when we got back the second time?
Oh yeah.
Now, not saying I carried it out on the street, not getting myself in trouble here, but when I came back in, grabbed a little penknife, put it in my pocket. I was out of fear that something was gonna get us, and I sat right where Goat sat right now, and I was just staring down. This is what obviously you and Beth seen.
Yeah.
Staring down, and then all of a sudden, I just snapped out of it. But what I was hearing in my head was something saying, "Oh, take that knife out of your pocket, stick yourself with it, cut yourself with it." And I just snapped out of it. And I told my partner to take it out my pocket. I couldn't move. I didn't feel like I could move. I felt like my arms were tied. I said, "Take it out my pocket now." And thankfully she did. She took the knife out my pocket, threw it over on the side. And we were back. I grabbed my white sage from behind the sofa, and we literally white saged ourselves, said a prayer. Yeah, that's in the kitchen. I'm not grabbing that camera. We white saged ourselves. Bethany did a protection, kind of like a spell sort of thing, because Goat isn't christened or anything like that. I'm Catholic, so I did a Catholic protection prayer, which is something my mum even told me should have done before you left. I mean, we wasn't expecting to see it. Maybe we should have done it before we went out the second time.
Maybe, yeah, but
it was something we should have done, but I don't know. You live and you learn. I've learned not to fuck with stuff like that. Not if we see something like that, run. Don't go towards it. Don't let it get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Because we stupidly walked towards them both times. Second time was not out of choice. I felt I was drawn towards it. But the first time was just pure stupidity. It was, yeah, I better walk towards this thing just to see what it is. It was curiosity and stupidity together. But I mean, we better end this video before the camera cuts out, because it cuts out at 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that's our experience. That's what's happened to us. But I don't know. Petrifying experience is all I can call it.
Very petrifying. I hope some of you guys can explain our story.
Just kind of give an explanation on if you've experienced something like that, you know someone who has, or you know more about what we've seen.
What we've encountered, what we've been explaining. If you could give us some advice.
Advice what to do in future.
Advice what to do.
Maybe the advice might just be fucking run.
Yeah,
because that's what we had to do the second time. We had to snap out of it. We had to run away.
Probably, yeah. That's probably the best advice, Stephen.
I mean, I wish what we did the first time was come in, well, run back, get in, lock the door, don't go out again.
That's what should have happened.
That's what a logical person would do. Lock the door, don't go back out. I should have took the camera the second time round.
Yeah.
I mean, now I've found my small camera, I can possibly do that, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, let's end this video. Well, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to give us a subscribe and a like and comment if you please, but if you know anything, give us a comment. But I'm not doing my flashy outro on this video, doesn't seem appropriate. I'm a really fast outro, but
No, not really. Not for this one.
no, thank you guys for watching and listening to our experience. Thank you if you made it all the way through. But thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Let me see if it's still recording. I hope it got that if it is. Oh, it's still recording. I will edit that out because that was just too much. Too much fart for one video.